Legion Remix is coming out in phases, and we are currently in phase 2. So we are in the Rise of the Nightfallen. We also have Legionfall coming out very soon, then we have Argus Eternal coming out at a later point, and early in December we have Infinite Echoes, which gives catch-up opportunities, remix content updates, and more rewards as well to the remix itself. Now today I just want to talk about the whole time gating of Legion Remix, and why I think this sucks. Also, I made a video yesterday showcasing things that I personally think should be added to the remix right now to make it better, such as for example account-wide infinite power, making the most of a broken time account-bound instead of soul-bound so you can actually gear up alts faster, and just give us these catch-up opportunities now instead of holding on to them. One of the main things that I want to talk about today is how time gating can literally just be bad for the game, because Blizzard is holding back quality of life upgrades because they're planned for later. So for example, December 9th they're giving us something called catch-up opportunities, and I'm just gonna say it right now, I think they should be here now. Why wait until December 9th when we are like halfway through the, well, remix, instead of giving it to us early, allowing people to catch up now, instead of feeling like, if you're gonna play the game now, you will feel a lot behind. You will basically feel 3 weeks behind until those catch-up mechanics comes into the game, because there's no catch-ups at the moment, absolutely nothing. So the rich gets richer, the people that already have power gets more power, because they get invited to everything. When it comes to mythic raids, mythic plus farming, people are looking for people that have 740 item level right now, and that also has some versatility or limit unbound, or basically like ranks in their artifact, right? People are looking for people with power. If you are starting right now, it is a massive feels bad moment, and catch-up mechanics should be here. So once again, if you watched this video right here yesterday, I talked about most of a broken time being account bound, and also infinite power being account bound, and most of a broken time are these ones right here that are currently soul bound, and I really do believe, by the way, that on December 9th they will become account bound, and we also will get an infinite power buff. That being said, once again, what I'm trying to say today is that these two things, at the bare minimum, should already be in the game. That way, if you feel like your class right now is the wrong class, and you want to reroll, at least you can gear up your alt fast, by using most of a broken time. And then also, I was the preference that maybe we should have an infinite power buff. Over here, there's 2 separate ways we can do this. You can either make it so that when your main reaches a certain benchmark, your alt will also get to the same benchmark. So for example, when you get 200 limits unbound on one character, that will basically unlock an achievement, and now any character will start with 200 and have that be at 200, 400, 600, 800 and 1000. That way you will have 5 different stages, and when you unlock one, all of your alts will now be at that same one as well. And for alt catch-ups, you can also, for example, use the plus 400% experience gain. When you get to level 80, turn this into an infinite power gain for your alts. Maybe, I'm just saying. Because you don't benefit from experience, but you have been working for those things quite a lot anyway. Why not make it relevant at level 80 as well? And for new players, because so far I've been talking about catching up alt-wise for people that, like myself, if I want to make an alt right now, I pretty much can't. I feel so weak on any alt. I feel extremely locked into my first choice, and making an alt sucks. So the 2 things that I've been talking about so far is basically for people that are already playing but have alts. How about brand new players as well? Give them some sort of like bonus to achievements, or first time doing things, or make dailies even more relevant. So for example, your dailies, make them give you 100,000 infinite power per daily. That will give any brand new player which has 0 out of 18 research tasks, they can get 1.8 million power right off the bat, and then 300,000 power every single day by logging in, doing 3 dailies, and logging out. That is all they would have to do to get that power. And also, maybe add in a hidden achievement, or an actual achievement or something, so whenever anybody is under 500 limit unbound, they will get a 200% increase on infinite power. That will allow anyone to catch up. Maybe like 500 is a little bit much right now, let's just say 250. Anybody under 250 gets a 200% bonus on their infinite power, allowing anybody who are under that mark to get way more power and catch up to the people that have been no-lifing the remix so far. Now, I'm just gonna say it, I think that time gating a remix fun event is already cringe to begin with, and shouldn't even have been here from the start, but now that they already are time gating it, I'm gonna say it's even more cringe to time gate quality of life upgrades, because once again, what I think is happening, and they already said it right here, on December 9th there are catch-up opportunities, and I'm very certain that they already have these catch-up opportunities ready to go, by the way. Everything for remix has basically already been made, and they just have it ready to be launched at a button's press. For me, time gating quality of life is super cringe, because time gating remix to begin with is cringe in itself. This adds a whole new layer of cringe on top of that as well, and yeah, time gating this is just nonsense if you ask me. Make modes account bound, give people a catch-up mechanic, because right now, if anybody is brand new to remix and they're looking to play, they are already 3 weeks behind, and they will feel permanently behind until catch-up mechanics comes into the play. Basically, the best thing to do right now if you're starting to play is to not play. Unironically, to just wait. And that's a bad take to have, like, that's a bad place to be, where the best thing you can do right now is probably simply not play, because we don't know how the catch-up mechanics coming later will work, so maybe you will want to make a new character anyway on December 9th to get all of the catch-up mechanics. It happened in Mists of Pandaria. A lot of people felt kind of like they had to make a brand new character to take advantage of the catch-up. So yeah, like, it feels almost as if you're a new player, the best thing to do right now is to not play, and that sucks. And we can also see in the community right now the difference between the power levels of a new player and somebody who has been not touching grass recently. It's already sparking up some frustrations in the community. This is just one of many Reddit posts, and I've seen this in like YouTube comments on my own videos, other videos, Reddit places, forums, you name it. A lot of like the same kind of frustrations about some people being really powerful, speeding through the content, and in group scenarios that can be a little bit off-putting to anybody who's new and not understanding the remix either, and once again, they just haven't gotten to that power yet, nor will they for a long time. I'm just gonna read this one out to you real fast, by the way. Every single dungeon lately has been the same story: a couple of overpowered players sprint straight through the place, nuking everything before the rest of the group can even get in range. You barely tag a mob before it's vaporized, no time to loot, no chance to get the infinite power, or any of the drops that actually makes the event fun. And God forbid you say something like, hey, can we slow down a bit so everybody can get loot? Suddenly you are the bad guy. People got defensive, start throwing attitude, or act like you are wasting their time for wanting to actually play the game instead of watching a slideshow of explosions. The funniest part is, the whole event is meant to be this chill, grindy power trip where everyone gets to stack up and enjoy it, but instead it turns into this mad dash where only the people with the god tier benefit, gear benefit, and everybody else gets scraps. I'm not asking people to crawl through at a snail's pace, just give the group 5 extra seconds per stack, or per pack, so everybody can actually tag stuff and walk away with something. It's not that deep. Well, also, not worth looting mobs in dungeons, only loot bosses, either way. At this point I queue for dungeons and just hope to end up with a group that remembers this used to be fun, not some speedrun competition nobody asked for. And to me, I kind of can understand where this comes from, but also the remix is meant to be broken. But what I think this basically comes from is this is a new player with no catch-up mechanics in the game, and they don't get the same speed and the same power as these people get, because in Mists of Pandaria as well, it's supposed to like not be a snail-paced game. People rush through the content. The whole thing here is that I feel like people who are new should get the power faster, so they don't feel like they are so slow when everybody else is so fast. But yeah, I hope we get some actual catch-up mechanics in the game itself. I hope we get some quality of life upgrades, and if we actually have to wait 1.5 months for that to come out in December, I'm just gonna say that is horrible game design by Blizzard, especially for what is supposed to be a fun event. It's a time event. It's not even a patch. The patch is in retail. This is a fun event in retail. Why couldn't they just do the same thing as Mist of Pandaria, where sure, they had a catch-up mechanic towards the end of like the last half of the event as well, but they didn't time-gate everything. Everything in Legion Remix seems time-gated, the dungeons, the raids, everything. It's so much time-gating. Why not just take the formula that worked and copy and paste? I don't get it. Please give us some cool stuff sooner rather than later, and yeah. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you want to join in on the conversation live, I'm streaming every single day, and if you are feeling like you are left behind and you need to like... I'm doing 2 Mythic Raids, or 2 Mythic Raid World Tours on a daily basis, so I'm trying to do my best to help people out at the moment in Legion Remix, and when I get more power, I will also start giving away plus 30 and plus 40 Mythic Key like runs as well, to give people their transmogs, their titles, live on stream as well. So come by on Kick and join the community, join the raids, and yeah, join the chat. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think about everything in the comments as well. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you again in the next video, or I'll see you in Kick.